Okay. Oh, here, do you want the cap? You take, no? All right.
I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, welcome to the reorganizational meeting of Columbia Borough Council for January 2nd, 2024. The first thing that will happen this evening is our District Justice Bixler will swear in the new elected Borough Council members. Judge, new members, if you would come forward.
Joanna's candy this year.
What do you want?
I'll move around. I'll move around. You do your thing.
Yeah, because we need to do it in one. We will do 2 and 2 out of that town.
However you want to do it.
And
I just work here. So I'm not in there.
family, do you have someone here, Kelly?
Sure.
Yep.
Yep.
Joanne?
Go back here.
We'll do these 2 and then these 2. And then I'll stay on our town.
I'll go with that.
I like to have the families because, you know, this is like a family thing. Plus, that's how the pictures from the county were today. Did you see them?
Yeah. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Joanne Price, do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
That I will support. Obey and defend the Constitution of the United States.
obey and defend the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of this Commonwealth.
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
And that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office on the Columbia Borough Council with fidelity.
of my office in Columbia Borough with fidelity.
Is it valid if Joanne misses words?
You no wonder. Congratulations.
Okay.
All right. This is it.
Can you guys?
I know, right?
Zach, can you hold it for me? Just feel free to show up.
I can either confirm one or not.
They're coming. Well, what's that I'm not being on there?
And I will raise it right now.
That's great. Okay. I got it.
It's not valid feelings right now.
Okay. Then me and Joanne are out. We're off the island.
Okay. Repeat after me. I, state your name,
I, Heather Sink,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and that I will discharge the duties
of my office on the Columbia Borough Council with fidelity.
on my office of Columbia Borough Council with fidelity.
Congratulations.
You doing all right? I know, I should have. There's too many words. I just get nervous.
And I heard then I'll do stuff and things.
We're just like, yeah, whatever Kelly's telling you, we're just
Binding is fragile on this one.
Look who has it.
At this time, I would like to call to order as I said before, the January 2nd, 2023-24 Borough Council meeting. May I have a roll call, please?
Councilperson Zink.
Here.
Councilperson Kaufman.
Here.
Councilperson Stahl.
Here.
Councilperson Fisher.
Here.
Councilperson Price.
Here.
Councilperson Murphy.
Here.
Councilperson Bedard.
Here.
Is there anybody here from the clergy for an invitation? If not, would everybody who is able to rise for a moment of silence, please? Mr. Stoddard, would you lead us in prayer? Already done.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, there are no announcements of executive or informational sessions. Are there any additions or deletions or reorganization of the agenda?
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, we want to pull item 9D off the agenda. We don't need to do that tonight, so we'll deal with that in another meeting.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we're going to move into election of officers.
No, we have to get a motion to approve the reorganized agenda.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to
Second.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So be it. Okay, now we'll move into the election of officers. For the benefit of everyone, the first office to be voted on will be for council president. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to accept nominations. There need not be a second. Okay, I will accept nominations. If there are several nominations, we will vote in the order that the nominations were made. Okay? Once there is a majority, then that'll be the end of the voting. Okay? So, nominations are now open for Columbia Borough Council President.
I nominate Heather Zink, Council President.
Do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Are there any other nominations?
I nominate Eric Kaufman.
Do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Any additional nominations? If there are no additional nominations, the nominations are closed. We will now vote. First vote will be a roll call vote for Heather Zink.
Councilperson Kaufman.
Yes.
Councilperson Stahl.
Yes.
Councilperson Fisher.
Yes.
Councilperson Price.
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes.
Councilperson Bedard.
Yes.
Okay, that's 7.
6.
6 votes.
Sorry. Try to count.
So congratulations, Heather. You can keep the gavel over there.
Next, we are going to have we're going to follow the same procedure for vice president. I'll take nominations and then we'll vote in the order of the nominations. Would anybody like to make a nomination for vice president?
I nominate Eric Kaufman.
Are there any other nominations? All right. Could I have a roll call, Teresa?
Councilperson Murphy.
Yes.
Councilperson Bedard.
Yes.
Councilperson Stahl.
Yes.
Councilperson Fisher.
Yes.
Councilperson Price.
Yes.
Councilperson Zink.
Yes. And then we will do the same procedure for the Borough Council President Pro Tem. Is there a motion for the Council President Pro Tem?
I'd like to nominate Todd Bernard.
I nominate Joanne Price.
First, are there any other nominations? First, we will go Councilperson Brigard. Can I have a roll call?
Councilperson Stahl,
Yes.
Councilperson Murphy,
Yes.
Councilperson Fisher,
Yes.
Councilperson Kaufman,
Yes.
Councilperson Price,
Yes.
Councilperson Zink.
Yes. Congratulations. I almost voted no, but it wouldn't have made a difference. See Joanne, like,
No thanks, thanks anyway.
I know, I'm getting, I forgot to put on, not third. All right, next we have the oath of office for Michael Flannery for the elected tax collector. Oh shoot, I forgot to leave the Bible out.
Forgot to get you that.
Thank you, Peter. You gave him the good one, not the janky one.
Here, I'm just trying it out. He doesn't want one. He doesn't want one. Okay, well. We'll be here on the I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support obey and defend the Constitution of the United States
obey and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
as the Columbia Borough Tax Collector
as the Columbia Borough Tax Collector
with fidelity.
without
Hey, Judge, don't go away yet.
Don't go away, we got Tammy yet.
Coming out front.
Yep.
All right.
You don't get special treatment.
Paul, you wanna hold the
Right there.
Bible for?
Oh, you want me to hold it?
I'll come hold it. I'll hold it.
You hold it? Okay.
I forgot Paul was taking pictures, I was gonna have her hold it. No, it's okay, you don't want to take pictures. I'm not very good at that. Hold on, I was
You ready, Sam? I state your name.
I, Tammy Bennett,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and
that I
affirm
will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties
and I will discharge the duties
of my office on the Columbia Deputy Tax Collector. As the Columbia.
as a Columbia Borough Deputy Tax Collector. Thank you.
Next, we have Resolution 2024-01, which is the Deputy Tax Collector Agreement between Michael Flannery and Tammy Bennett. This is... I know, I don't know why I tripped on that. This is the resolution that allows Tammy that allows us to collect the taxes here in this office. Deputizing us to do all the work. So, are there any questions, comments, or concerns on this one? Do I have a motion to adopt Resolution 24-01?
So moved.
A motion by Councilperson Price, second by Councilperson Stahl to adopt Resolution 24-01, pertaining to the Deputy Tax Collector Agreement between Michael Flannery and Tammy Bennett. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Thanks, Heather.
Sorry. All right. Appointment of the borough officers. These are all the housekeeping items. Could I have a motion to reappoint Mark Stivers as borough manager, secretary, treasurer, and open records officer for 2024 to 2025.
So moved.
I have a motion by Councilperson Price and a second by Councilperson Kaufman to reappoint Mark Stivers as Borough Manager, Secretary Treasurer, and Open Records Officer for 2024. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Next, I have a motion to reappoint Tammy Bennett as Assistant Secretary, Assistant Treasurer for 2024-2025.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Stahl, second by Councilperson Price, to reappoint Tammy Bennett as Assistant Secretary, Assistant Treasurer for 2024-2025. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Next, could I have a motion to reappoint Jack Bronner as alternate Open Records Officer for 2024-25?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Burgard, to reappoint Jack Bronner as alternate Open Records Officer for 2024-25. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Next, I have a motion to reappoint Evan Gable, CGA Law, as Borough Solicitor for the Borough of Columbia for 2024-25.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Price, second by Councilperson Stahl, to reappoint Evan Gable, CGA Law, as Borough Solicitor for the Borough of Columbia for 2024-25. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Thank you.
Evan, if you would like to record this, because Derek told me he was hoping to be here, he was very worried.
He's trying to still get here, you got caught in a...
So could I have a motion to reappoint C.S. Davidson as the engineer to the Borough of Columbia for 2024-25?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Stahl, second by Councilperson Kaufman, to reappoint C.S. Davidson as engineer to the Borough of Columbia for 2024-2025. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? And I have a motion to appoint Boyer and Ritter as the Borough Auditor for 2024 to 2028.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Price, to appoint Boyer and Ritter as the Borough Auditor for 2024 to 2028. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? And finally, could I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-02 to reappoint William Cloyd to the Vacancy Board for the Borough of Columbia for 2024?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Stahl, to adopt Resolution 2024-02 to reappoint William Cloyd to the Vacancy Board for the Borough of Columbia for 2024. I just want to note the reason this was not done with the other reappointments at the end of last week. The Vacancy Board is specifically spelled out in the Borough Code stating that this must be done at the reorganization meeting. It's not done with the other stuff, so that's why it's different. That being said, I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Stahl, to adopt Resolution 2024-02 to reappoint William Cloyd to the Vacancy Board for the Borough of Columbia for 2024. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? All right. And then we have action items. 10A, could I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-03, the designation of depositories/financial institutions and authorization of signatories?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Price, to adopt Resolution 2024-03, the designation of depositories, financial institutions, and authorization of signatories. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? All right. And then we have, could I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-04, authorizing staff to pay recurring administrative and operational expenses?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Brigard, second by Councilperson Price, to adopt Resolution 2024-04, authorizing staff to pay recurring administrative and operational expenses. I'm sorry, like, you missed us by like 3 items.
As long as it was favorable.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Joanne voted it down. Sorry.
She told me to.
Thank you.
You're good, Derek. Tammy, we did not add anything to this, correct?
No, I only changed like the name of the payroll company because we changed payroll company, and I think that, yeah, no, there's really no significant changes.
Yeah, I looked through and nothing stuck out to me that
There
was
is
new.
Yeah, there is no significant changes.
So this is the one, some of these we do end up seeing in our normal bill payments. That's because they're checks. Right, they're not all ACH, but this way, if it does come up between things that it needs to be paid, it authorizes Tammy to pay it, and someone can just come down and sign the check. So I have a motion by Councilperson Brigard and a second by Councilperson Price to adopt Resolution 2024-04, authorizing staff to pay recurring administrative and operational expenses. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Discussion items. This is what a better time than to discuss the leadership roles and areas, personnel, finance, legislation, community development, parks and recreation, public safety, communications, public works and property. I didn't want to assume everyone wanted to stay where they were. Thank you guys. See ya. Bye, Dad. He's got to sleep. Did anyone want to switch things up? Do we like, Todd, do you like safety?
I'm liking where I'm at.
You want to stay safety?
Yes. I'd like everything to stay the same for me.
I know you were definitely a creature of habit.
And Code Appeals Board, just say Code Appeals Committee, right?
It's, I forget the full name. Yes,
Compliance Review Committee.
that's it. What she said.
What was it?
Code
Compliance.
Compliance
That's
Review
right.
And
Committee.
you want communications?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. And code compliance review. And then, Barb, did you want to stay Parks and Recreation?
I don't understand the difference between A and B.
Liaisons are the people, the staff that communicate between the committees and the...
Well, no, liaisons are more like you with zoning and planning. Like you'll go to the meetings and you'll come back and say, oh, if there's something that we need to know, or if there's something that council wants to relay to that board, we'd say, hey, Eric, can you give Mary a call?
Okay.
Like that kind of thing.
So Barb, A and B are almost the same. One's areas of leadership, the other ones are which boards. A lot of them line up directly, but like economic development could have 3 or 4 different boards where they participate.
Right. And like Parks and Rec, I would see that leadership area as being more reaching out to like the Gladfeller Foundation and the Jansen Foundation to see if there's any synergies there or things like that versus just our board. And certainly the Parks and Rec leadership is going to have several different things because we've been talking about having that separate Maple Park ad hoc committee to drive that plan that's coming up.
Right.
So that's how I see that working.
Yeah.
Right, Eric, you like the community development?
Yes.
Councilperson Price. You want legislation?
No, thank you. Kelly wants that.
You do? You want legislation? Okay, Kelly can have legislation. I'm assuming Peter wants public works, because he's doing a great job with public works. I guess that you want the personnel. I'll keep the finance, because I do like doing that. And Barbara, you gonna keep Parks and Rec, or
Yeah, I'll keep Parks and Rec.
you wanna keep Parks and Rec? Okay.
Council President, is this the time when you would discuss like land bank and other boards like that? or
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here with this, with the liaisons.
Okay.
The other, we did not, this year we did not advertise the land bank committee as a public meeting, because the redevelopment authority is actually advertising that, and they're sending out the meeting appointments and stuff, so we're not advertising that as one of our meetings, but we do need 2 representatives to the land bank. It's currently me and Eric. I don't know, does someone else want to do land bank?
I'd be interested if no one else, you know.
Okay. Do you want to stay on there, or do you want to?
I would like
Okay.
to, but I don't want, if you feel like you need to be on it, I don't want.
No, that's fine.
You sit down like this.
What?
You sit down like this.
I work with, what's his name? Sean
Sean, yeah.
Sean with the Vacant Property Reinvestment Board
Right.
as well, so I'll work with them there. All right, so we got the land bank is Kelly and Eric. The code compliance review board, that right now is Todd and Barb. Did you want to stay on that? You want to stay on that?
It's fine.
You're good with that? I'm writing this down and I don't know why.
I got you.
You got me? Yeah, I know, right? All right, what other outside ones do we have? Let's go down through the regular committees.
River Park, we still have on the list. I don't know if we need to keep that one.
No, because
It's
we're not.
not directly a board of the,
Right.
and the comp plan comes off, that one isn't.
All right. Civil service.
Yeah.
I can take that. I'll take that as the liaison for that. Code Appeals Board, that's where we had
You have that one.
Todd and Barb. Land Bank, Kelly and Eric. Communications is Todd. We don't need a comprehensive ad hoc. We don't,
The
need
employee
a-
safety, no.
no. Emergency management, do we need that? Someone from here?
That was Todd
Todd.
before.
I think it falls in.
Yeah, I think
That's
falls
safety,
under
so it falls under that one.
Yep. Yeah, Harb,
I like that stuff.
Eric would like that one still. Parks and Rec. Do you want that, Barb, or do you want someone else to be the liaison and you just be the leadership role?
Well, I was wondering, do you think we need a liaison since both
I don't-
Eric and I are?
I don't
That's
think.
true, they're both on there.
Yeah, I don't
so
think we
I don't think
do.
we need that.
Yeah. All right, Planning Commission.
I like
All right, Eric will be the liaison for that. Police Pension Board. I can do that too. Is that
the one I did?
Oh, wait, no.
That's the one she did.
That's the one Joanne did. You want that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack's looking at me, so.
Okay.
So was I.
That smile was looking at me, so
looking at her
I
too,
didn't
Jack, like, speak up, woman.
Yeah, someone speak up. I'm just like pointing
Good
and
job.
like, or Shade Tree. I'll take that because I wanted to talk to them. Oh, and that 89% dead tree at 1000 Locust is down. It was
Nice.
covered in ivy, it is down. Did you see that, Jack? William Lockard Trust. I'll take that, meets once a year. And zoning hearing board,
I like that.
and Eric would like that one. All right, I think we got them all.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone. And honestly, this does not mean that any of us cannot go to any of these meetings or ask questions about any of these things. This just means that that board has someone on this council that they can call and say, hey, what does council think about this? Or, you know, I have a question about this. And it's just so they have someone they feel like they can contact. And honestly, any of us can go to any meetings. I mean, I encourage anyone to go to the planning commission, the zoning hearing boards, just to see what they do. And I mean, they like seeing people from council there. So, and then we have 2 resolutions, and I thought this was probably a good time to go over them because these are the rules that we kind of set for ourselves. We had done, the last time we had done this was in the end of 2020. So I wanted to have us review them, look through them, see if anything needs to change, and if it does, we can make them, and I would like to re-adopt these at either the next meeting or the last meeting in January, depending on if we need changes. The first one is the rules of decorum and decorum for public meetings. I looked through, and I'll be honest, nothing stuck out to me, but I was a little distracted this weekend, so I did not go through it, you know, with a fine-tooth comb. I sent out the copies that are the ones that we actually adopted. If anyone sees something that they would like to change or have any suggestions, I'm open for it.
I don't agree with the time limit
Okay.
on the comments.
I thought you were going to say that.
It's the president's job and right to keep the meeting flowing and can stop at any time. So I would like to remove the 5 minutes that allows people to ask in-depth questions if necessary.
My only concern is that that would allow anyone to basically filibuster
No.
a public meeting because there's no recourse for anyone to tell them to stop talking because there's nothing we can point to say there's a time limit or anything like that. I mean, we have the time limit, but at the discretion of council, we can extend that time.
And my concern, like you said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
would
go
be-
ahead.
Would be that if something wasn't defined there, and you cut somebody off at 2 minutes, let somebody else speak at 15, then you're gonna be like, okay, you're being judgmental and not being fair across the board, so.
Right.
I thought we talked about that previous meeting, 5 minutes, and then if it gets to that 5 minutes, council, if one member of council says, I'd like to hear more, 2 more minutes, then,
We did discuss that.
yeah, I'm in
That's
favor
not
of
how it's
that.
written.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to review this.
Right.
You know, however we can, so let's do that.
My opinion is that, you know, if you're going to come to council to make a comment, you should be prepared.
Right. You should.
Be prepared. If you have to read it and it comes in 4 minutes and 59 seconds, well, then you're prepared. 5 minutes should be plenty enough time to express an opinion or make a comment.
Yeah, I just don't want to see someone come in and say, I can talk all night because there's nothing to stop me from doing that.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I think discussion happens sometimes, and time is taken away.
And I do like that. I do like to be able to have that.
Yeah, 2-minute rule.
Yeah, I do like, because like you said, they come in, like the gentleman came in and was talking about, the clock. And the gentleman that was talking about the Walnut Street property. And, you know, we wanted to have, but it is nice to have them prepared when they come in. Which I think he was more than prepared.
Yes.
So that's always good. I would also like Mark, if you can mark this up, mark it up.
Marking it. Mark my words.
It says that people wishing to speak should sign in on the paper with their name and address.
Just the name.
And now it should be just name because we changed that.
Yep.
Because I don't want, someone to say that we force them to say their address and then it is a privacy concern. I think that change should be made. Did anyone else look through any of it?
Do you still want them to give that information when they go to the podium to speak? Their name and address?
Just their name.
Just their name.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna remove the address because we're not doing that. And I think I would like to, Teresa, if we can update that sign-in sheet to just make it that their address is optional, phone numbers are optional, like, I don't want anyone to think they have to put that. Is it?
Address is no longer on there, and it says optional phone number.
Okay, good, thank you. I only look at the first column.
Madam President, if I may.
Yes.
I would think it important to know when someone's speaking if they're a resident or not.
Residency is not the only qualification, right?
No.
The way
It's not a qualification, it's to let the body know whether they have a personal interest as a property owner or a resident of the community versus someone who's coming in here.
That's what I was going to say. Is the Sunshine Act says you only have to allow comments from people that are either property owners or residents of the borough.
Correct.
So if you, I think that may be a reasonable, right? That doesn't give away anyone's.
We can put that on the sign-up sheet, just
Yeah.
the check column,
Yeah.
resident or taxpayer,
Yep.
yes or no.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would cover it.
Yeah.
And then, I've kind of been in the habit, and I kind of like this, because it sort of mirrors what happens at the other county meetings I go to. I've been asking if there's anyone, after I go through the names, is there anyone else that did not sign up that would like to address? And at that point, if I write their name down, I can ask, are you a resident or a taxpayer? You don't have to say which one, yes or no, and I can mark it that way. We'll coordinate that into that wording as well. Yeah, if you take the notes, I can update these. I think I don't know if I have the Word version.
We got it.
Okay. Is there anything else? I know last time we left the thing on there about council information session. We left that defined on there, even though we do not have those. Should we leave that on there just in case? Yeah. Anything else?
Heather, just one thing. In your definitions of a special meeting, it says that notice has to be given at least 48 hours in advance. And that's absolutely fine if you would like to do that. The Sunshine Act only requires 24 hours of advance notice. And I can tell you, the advertising deadlines keep getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
And so at this point, you couldn't say, I want a special meeting and have it in less than 3 days as it is, even with 24 hours notice. So that might be, like I said, you're welcome to keep it more restrictive than the Sunshine Act, but that might be something to consider.
No, let's just put it where the Sunshine Act is. That way it just stays consistent because that's a lot easier to manage.
So it changes what to 72 hours?
No, to change it to 24 hours.
It's at 48 right now in your resolution.
And I think when this was written, originally in like 2017, it was 48 hours. And the Sunshine Act changed.
What's the Sunshine Act say now? He's not saying.
24.
24
I
hours.
thought he said 3 days.
No, that's like, because we have to advertise it in the newspaper. Yeah, so if we were gonna hold a special meeting, we'd have to advertise it, and it would be like 3 days in advance that we'd have to give it to LMP to get it.
Heather, Derek just pointed out that the recording, the recording of meetings it still says it will be on Facebook.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Good one.
Yeah, that one we need to update as well.
Like,
Thank you, Derek.
Glad we kept you around.
Yeah. See, we knew there was a reason we kept Derek.
See?
You never know.
See,
You never
see.
know what it is when you wake
Comes
up.
out.
I like having a deputy solicitor here.
Wait, do we need to swear him in as a solicitor?
That's an appointment I do not want.
All right. Anything else on this one? Take some time to review it. If you see anything, shoot it over to me or Mark. We can make that change, and if it's ready next week, which it may not be, but if it's ready next week, we'll have it back. If not, we'll have it at the end of the month. And then we have the 2021 conducting borough business. This is another one of those resolutions that is basically our rules for ourselves. And I didn't see anything in here that needed to change.
Madam President.
Yes.
4C. Okay. I know it says in there, this doesn't concern me, but I think it's something you all ought to think about. That it will reflect the position of the full council. We've run into this mainly both on the administrative side and the council side. If correspondence is going to go out, it should be checked.
Yes.
By someone. I would, if I were going to be associated with a letter going out to whoever, I would want to make sure that the information is correct and that the grammar,
yes,
the punctuation and all are correct.
Yes.
That I'm not one of a group who sounds like country pumpkin. Put it plainly.
Yes.
It should be checked.
Yes.
So, while it will reflect, but it doesn't say that it should be checked. I think someone else should see it, whether it be your borough manager or whoever, or a council president. That's your decision, but I think someone should see that what the intent of that letter is correct and does in fact reflect council and is properly put down on paper.
All right, so how do we say that, Mark?
Would that require a vote though?
Not necessarily.
To say you represent council,
If you guys discuss something, you ask me to send a letter to Senator Almond related to a certain bill or something, you don't have to necessarily vote, you just direct me to do it, council so directs. But it's discussed at a public meeting.
so it'll be, okay.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with you on that.
I'm more thinking about you 7 folks sitting up here. If one of you send a letter using a borough letterhead, you should basically agree that letter is reflecting council's opinion and is done correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, I've sent a couple letters out of recommendation for people who are applying for a specific grant or they want to stay in Columbia, like the CAP office.
Did you use borough letterhead?
Yeah.
See, it should be checked.
Yeah, I agree.
And see,
And we should have a copy here
Yeah,
of
but that-
with the official record.
that's what I'm saying, though, and this isn't sounding anything about it, but I don't know, if I wrote a letter to the MAC Association, you know, all council may not agree. That might be the minority of it. So how do we, it almost has to be straw polled or prior to a letter going out. Unless we find a way, decide on a way to define it as,
Unless there was a letterhead, but the signatures or the names on it would be that person writing it. And not the mayors and the, you know what I mean? If that were the
Well,
case.
if you're writing it on your own, you should be putting a line that says, this is, coming from me individually and not as a representative of council.
right, and we should have a signed text letterhead.
Yes.
Why would you write it on letterhead if it's not coming from council?
Even an email, technically a letterhead.
Why would it be a letterhead if it's not really coming from?
Well,
Who's there?
Could we communicate with other
right.
groups, organizations?
Like, an example of this is the letter I sent to the Lancaster County Planning Commission
What?
for
Isn't that right? See?
for nominating Mary for the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right.
And I did specifically put in there that, I was writing on behalf, not on behalf of council. I said, this was me, but I wanted it to be official to show that someone from the borough.
I think you're going down the right path.
Yes.
I think all you need to do, I think, put a disclaimer on it.
Yeah.
Be at the top or at the bottom.
Yeah,
This letter does not reflect the position of the full council, but it's my position.
right.
But again, any of those letters, you should almost CC at the bottom to the file so that we can get a copy here
Yeah.
and have as a record
Yes.
copy here to store.
Yeah,
Even the letters that he's directed to send out, based on a consensus of council, doesn't necessarily mean it's full council.
no. No, but it's as council as a body.
Right.
It doesn't mean that everyone voted for it, but as a body, the majority of us did, so it is the will of council.
That's how that's read. That's how that's read officially, not the majority of council.
No, if there's a majority that votes yes, it is considered the will of council. So, whole body, whole body. So, yeah, we'll put that on there, that individual writing correspondence. I don't know, Mark, you can say that. I can't think right now, I'm like struggling.
I would just create a letterhead
Yeah,
that has the text in there, that,
yeah,
Then you can use that letter.
yeah.
and then just.
Individuals can use, designated letterhead indicating it's their personal opinion,
We don't need a.
or it's coming from them personally rather than the opinion of
We
council.
don't need a 6-sentence paragraph, legal paragraph.
Right. Well, we might. Evan,
You just asked
we
for
might need
it.
a legal opinion on that.
You said 6 sentences, not paragraphs.
We might need a 6 paragraph, we might need a whole cover page.
Because the reason, truthfully, that letterhead signifies Evan, myself, Mark, and council president. So I have gotten replies back. Did you send this letter? No, you're on letterhead.
Right, I'm just what I'm saying, I think we should have a generic letterhead
Well, we do.
that says, and that's what we should be corresponding with outside of borough decision.
Yeah. You can leave the opposite.
Leave the names off.
Leave the names off.
Leave the name,
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, we can edit that, we can edit that header.
Alex said that 10 minutes ago.
What?
Take that out of there.
Yeah. All right,
Speaking of,
anything else? I didn't think any, like I said, I didn't see anything that needed change. Again, with this one, take a minute, read through, If you have any changes, send them to me, send them to Mark, and this can also come back for readoption in either next week or the last weekend of the last meeting of the month. Next, we have citizen comment, non-agenda items. The reason we moved it to the bottom this week is because we wanted to get through the meat of the meeting before we opened it up. We didn't want to get caught, get thrown off the flow of the reorganization. I do not have a sign-up sheet. Is there anyone that would like to address council? No. All right. And there's no council comments on here, so, but I will add that. Does anyone at the table have anything they would like to discuss? We'll start, Councilperson Stahl. Councilperson Price.
Maybe Tom wants to bring it up, but winter storm next weekend.
Yes.
Thought it was
This
This weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
This weekend.
And next weekend, that'd be nice too.
No, it was not nice. What was that?
I trust you.
What was that?
He's saying Saturday.
Yeah, well, it was raining that night, so you know they gotta do it. Councilperson Ricard, Councilperson Fisher, no, Councilperson Baldwin.
Congratulations to all of you sworn in, your various duties and roles.
Thank you.
Yeah, grateful
We're off
for
to
your
a,
service.
we're off to a banging start,
So soon on the agenda.
literally.
Council got the email from Chief Rhino, yes, concerning
No,
the person that had a cardiac arrest
no,
in the borough.
no,
I think Chief Brown.
I thought that was from Rhino's. No.
No, it's right.
no,
Yep.
don't.
Point of the story is,
No.
within like 3 minutes, you had folks on scene, outside assistance was available, the police department, the fire department, everybody coalesced to save a life. It was really awesome. Care gets better and response times get better, and that's what we're here to do. Serve the borough. So congratulations. Thank you to all the folks who are professionals and volunteered.
And Chief Rhino is still the chief. Because I thought I forget when the terms changed. I didn't know if someone else was. All right. If nothing else, we will have, the next meeting will be at 7 p.m. on January 9th, and council will hold a regularly scheduled meeting. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion by Councilperson Kaufman, second by Councilperson Price, to adjourn at 7:53 p.m. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? That's a wrap. First meeting in the books. And we don't even have